Greetings, warrior. Yes, I'm speaking to you. How do you start your day? Do you wake up and instantly grab your phone, scrolling endlessly before your mind even clears? If this sounds familiar, listen closely. You're surrendering your power from the moment your day begins. Most men wake up and immediately reach for their phones. Their minds are hijacked by notifications, social media, news, and the endless noise of the outside world. From the very first moment of the day, they lose control of their emotions, spirit, and thoughts. Compare this to the 1% who start their mornings with absolute intention. No scrolling, no rushing, no reacting on impulse, just stillness, presence, and inner clarity. They don't wake up to chaos, they rise in command. They own their mornings, and because of that, they own their days. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yet why do so few live this way? Because they've forgotten that the morning is your kingdom. This is your sacred space to rule or relinquish. Those who surrender to noise, emotions, and chaos chase their day instead of leading it. But those who master their mornings, control their emotions, direct their choices, and ultimately shape their lives. This video invites you to join the 1%, not because you're better than others, but because you refuse to fall short of your potential. The ancient Stoics didn't merely survive their days. They prepared for them. They didn't wait for motivation. They created momentum. Instead of asking, "What will today give me?" they asked, "What can I give to today?" In this video, I'll share 7 Stoic morning secrets that few practice, but those who do gain full control of their lives. These aren't typical morning routine tips. No fluff. No gimmicks. These are mental, emotional, and spiritual principles rooted in Stoicism, designed to make your mornings sacred, your actions intentional, and your life unstoppable. Follow along as each point builds on the last, awakening you in its own way. By the end, you'll see why the morning isn't just a time of day. It's the foundation of your freedom. Leave this affirmation in the comments: I master my morning. I master my life. Like this video. Comment below. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's begin. Number 1. Rise with discipline, not motivation. Most wait for motivation to act in the morning. They tell themselves, "If I feel inspired, I'll get up early." Or if I'm in a good mood, I'll exercise, meditate, or plan. But Stoics don't wait. They act, no matter their emotions. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "At dawn, when you struggle to leave your bed, tell yourself, 'I must go to work as a man.'" This simple phrase holds profound truth. The purpose of life isn't to sleep through it, but to engage fully. The first secret of the 1%: they rise with discipline, not mood. They don't argue with themselves or negotiate with the alarm clock. They simply get up. No drama, no excuses. Why does this matter? Your first decision each morning is a vote for the man you'll become. When you hit snooze, you vote for a weaker version of yourself. When you rise on time, you vote for a stronger one. You're not just waking up, you're forging your identity. That's the essence of Stoicism: living as the man you are, not just feeling like him. especially when you don't want to. This builds an inner resolve. Over time, your mind grows stronger than your emotions. Your body follows your will. Your energy bends to your purpose, even on days when you feel exhausted, anxious, or uninspired. You rise because you've committed to it. That commitment breeds self-trust. And with self-trust, your strength multiplies. How do you start? Set a fixed wake-up time and guard it like your life depends on it. No snooze button. Ever. When you wake, get up immediately. This signals to your body, it's time to move. Speak a powerful phrase to yourself. Like, let's go. This day is mine. If you can defeat that weak inner voice at 5 a.m., you can defeat it anywhere. You step into the world with your first victory already won. Most men haven't even opened their eyes yet. Your morning doesn't need to be grand, just consistent. Remember, you don't rise because you feel like it, but because it's who you are. Leave this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my alarm clock. Number 2. Win the first hour in silence. When you wake, who's in control? You or your phone? Notifications, other people's drama. Most men roll over, unlock their screens, and let the world invade their minds. Before their feet touch the floor, their thoughts are hijacked, scrolling, comparing, reacting. And just like that, they've lost their day. The strongest among us do the opposite. They begin their day in silence, no music, no messages, no distractions, just stillness. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things." In other words, don't worry if silence feels strange or like you're falling behind. In that quiet, your power is born. Your mind is most receptive in the morning. It's malleable. Everything you take in right after waking shapes your entire day. If you start with noise, you carry K's forward. But if you grant yourself just 10 minutes of peace, you give your mind space to breathe, reset, and focus. What do the strongest men do? They sit up in bed. They close their eyes. They feel their breath. They observe their thoughts without chasing them. They ask simple yet powerful questions. What energy do I want to bring today? How would my best self act this morning? This is what Stoics call prohairesis, your inner freedom to choose how you respond, no matter what the world throws at you. Try this tomorrow morning. Before touching your phone, sit still. Do nothing. Just be with yourself. You'll be amazed at how, over time, you become less reactive, more creative, and more grounded. Even when life turns chaotic later, you'll move through it like a calm storm because you've claimed your morning. Silence isn't emptiness. It's the space for answers, for control, for strength. Clarity never comes from noise. It always comes from within. Leave a comment if you're serious about protecting your peace. Silence gives me control. Number 3. Face the day before it begins. Let's be honest, life rarely goes as planned. You may have a schedule, a to-do list, the right mindset, but then something derails it all. Someone says something foolish, plans fall apart, traffic jams, or an email ruins your mood before 9 a.m. Here's the truth. Most men let those moments break them, but Stoics anticipate disruption, not out of pessimism, but preparation. An ancient Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum Preparing for adversity equips them to face challenges. It's not about dwelling on gloom. It's about training your mind to handle life's inevitable tests with clarity and strength. Seneca said, "He who has anticipated calamity takes away its power." When you expect difficulties, they don't knock you down when they arrive. You handle them like a man who's been through it before. The strongest men don't just live through their day. They preview it. They visualize what could go wrong, not in a spiral of worry, but with calm clarity. Maybe someone interrupts me. Maybe I lose patience in traffic. Maybe I'm misunderstood or feel doubt creep in. Then they ask, how will I respond when that happens? This builds emotional strength before the battle begins. Try this simple exercise. After your morning silence, ask yourself, what might challenge me today? Which emotions will I need to master? How would my best self face those moments? Write it down or reflect in your mind. Either way, it's powerful because when life unfolds as it does, you won't freeze or falter. You've rehearsed it. You don't react impulsively. You respond with wisdom. This is the heart of Stoicism, not controlling life, but controlling yourself within it. That mindset grants you a calm that others admire. You enter meetings with unshakable resolve. You handle delays without anger. You take criticism without crumbling. You maintain your composure. That's your power, not perfection. Not forced positivity, but preparation because you've faced the day before it begins. Leave this affirmation in the comments: I am prepared. Don't panic. Number 4. Anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every great leader, warrior, and philosopher has something they return to. Each morning, a core principle, a truth that grounds them, a reminder of who they are. Ordinary men wake up and forget who they aim to be. Stoics wake up and remember. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily, not to impress others, but to keep himself steady. His words were personal reminders to live with strength and calm. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your morning anchor. A truth you repeat daily before the world pulls you away. Why does this matter each morning? Your sense of self is fragile. Before emails, opinions, and pressures hit, you must remind yourself who you are, or the world will define it for you. The wisest men choose or craft a Stoic mantra and repeat it every morning to center themselves. This isn't just motivation, it's a foundation. It pulls you back to your core. Examples: I don't control what happens, only how I respond. Today is a gift. I won't waste it in distraction. What matters most is how I live with myself. I'm here to live in truth, not to please others. You don't need a dozen affirmations, just one truth to live by. Say it aloud. Write it down. Let it be your compass. When you wake with anxiety, scattered emotions, or no direction, it's because your mind hasn't been anchored. It's adrift. But starting with clarity makes clarity your momentum. You face every task with purpose and meet challenges with alignment. You stay calm under pressure because your mind isn't guessing, it's grounded. Try this next time you wake. After rising, sit still and repeat your chosen Stoic truth 5 to 10 times. Say it with conviction. Let it resonate within you. Don't just speak it, become it. Over time, this becomes your mental armor. On days when life tests you, that reminder pulls you back to your strength. If you don't define who you are each morning, the world will confuse you. Don't let it. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I anchor my mind in truth. Number 5. Master your mind before the world intrudes. Your mind is most vulnerable in the first hour after waking, so ask yourself, who gets access to it first? For many, it's strangers online, unchecked news, or pointless chatter that makes them feel small. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never convinces himself he is." So, instead of letting the world shape you, shape your mind first. This is where Stoic reflection or journaling becomes the 1%'s most powerful morning tool. It's simple. After your silence and anchoring, take 5 to 10 minutes to write your thoughts for yourself, not others. Ask, what am I feeling now? What must I let go of? What am I grateful for? Which virtue will I practice today? Patience, courage, or discipline? You don't need to write a novel, just a few honest lines. This creates a private space for self-awareness, where thoughts meet truth. It's a reminder, I control how I think. I don't need to carry yesterday's burdens into today. I don't need to mirror the world's energy. I can forge my own. After a few days, you'll notice your mind sharpen. You'll spot your emotional triggers sooner. You'll react less impulsively. You'll catch anxiety creeping in and choose better thoughts faster. This is how Stoics build mental strength, not by ignoring emotions, but by exploring, understanding, and replacing them with wiser ones. That's why the 1% don't just wake early. They use mornings for real work, mastering their inner world. If you don't control your mind, the world will exploit it against you. You weren't born to be a slave to moods, emotions, or impulses. You were born to rule your mind like a king rules a kingdom, with clarity, patience, and discipline. Use those first moments to claim your crown. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I master my mind before the world can. Number 6. Move your body to awaken your mind. A Stoic knows body and mind are not separate, they're partners. If your body is sluggish, your mind follows. If your body is alert and strong, your mind rises with it. That's why the sharpest men never start their day without movement, not for vanity or to show off, but because motion is the first act of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius asked himself, is this what you were created for, to huddle under warm blankets? This isn't judgment, it's a call to action, a reminder that your body was made to move, to face the day with strength, not lethargy. You don't need a 2-hour workout to be exceptional. You need momentum. You need motion. You need to signal to your mind that you weren't born to coast, you were born to lead. Why is morning movement so powerful? It shifts your state instantly. Blood flows. Your heart engages. Energy rises. Your self-image sharpens. The fog in your mind clears. That weak part of you, craving the comfort of bed, begins to fade. Stoics view physical movement as a discipline of the will. Epictetus taught that training the body trains the soul's resolve. Those first steps, push-ups, stretches, or even a cold shower, aren't just about fitness, they're about asserting control. You're declaring to yourself, I do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. That's leadership. That's self-mastery. Most men never train their will. They train comfort and weakness instead. Then they wonder why their lives feel frail. Here's your challenge. Every morning, move your body for just 10 minutes. Stretch. Do push-ups. Jump. Walk in silence. Or splash cold water on your face. It doesn't need to be intense, just intentional. Your body isn't incidental to this journey. It's your vehicle for discipline. When you train it each morning, you step into the world feeling invincible. Having already conquered something before breakfast, leave this affirmation in the comments: I act with discipline. I win my day. Number 7. Practice becoming the man you aspire to be. The final secret of the 1% isn't what they do, it's who they become. Each morning, before facing the world, they envision the man they want to be. This isn't pretense, it's living with intention. Stoics call it living in accordance with nature, fully aligned with your values, reason, and highest self. Seneca said, "We don't have too little time to live, but we waste so much of it." Wasting time isn't just scrolling or watching videos, it's living without purpose, reacting to emotions instead of reflecting, being swept along instead of leading. So, here's what the 1% do each morning before the day begins. They ask, how would my best self act today if someone filmed me all day? Would I be proud of how I move, speak, and handle my emotions? Where do I need to be stronger? How will I face those challenges? This is mental rehearsal, not predicting every step, but forging your identity. Picture yourself walking into work or a meeting with calm confidence. Imagine staying composed during conflict. See yourself choosing patience where you'd normally snap. Envision speaking with clarity and strength. This sets a blueprint for your mind, like rehearsing for the real performance. Most men get carried away by the energy around them. Stoics create their own. They step into chaos and remain calm. They meet aggression with strength. They answer fear with action. They don't pretend, they practice it every morning. Over time, your identity is carved like stone, steady, purposeful, and strong. You don't just create better mornings, you build a greater life. Many dismiss the morning as unimportant, but the wise know it's everything. How you rise shapes your mindset, mood, momentum, and meaning. If you don't master your morning, someone else will. If you don't guide your thoughts early, chaos will take over. If you don't discipline yourself before sunrise, life will do it for you, and it won't be kind. Stoics aren't just philosophers, they're warriors of the mind. They don't waste time or squander mornings. They live with deliberate repetition, reminding themselves daily of what matters, who they aim to be, and how they'll act, no matter what life brings. Let's recap the 7 morning secrets of the 1%. First, rise with discipline, not motivation. Second, win the first hour in silence. Third, face the day before it begins. Fourth, anchor yourself with a Stoic reminder. Fifth, master your mind before the world intrudes. Sixth, move your body to awaken your mind. Seventh, practice becoming the man you aspire to be. These aren't quick tips, they're transformative tools. Don't try to do them all at once. Start small, but start today. One small morning change can shift the trajectory of your life. You don't need perfection, just awareness. Truly awaken to your values, actions, and purpose. Let today be the last day you wake up like the ordinary. Let it be the first day you rise as the 1%. Like this video. Comment your favorite truth. Share it with someone who needs it. And subscribe for more. More Stoic wisdom is coming. Leave this final affirmation in the comments. I rise as the 1%. I lead my life with Stoic strength.